my coming to the recognition of how important 0 to 5 is kind of twofold. The first was 20 years ago when I was in graduate school and I was doing research with young people who were about the age of 3 or 4. And I remember talking to a little girl and I had to ask her some questions. And she had to fill in the blank. And so I said to her, brother is a boy and sister is a, and what would the answer be? Girl. She looks at me and she goes, a sister is a sister. And I'm looking at her, she looks just like me, and I'm like, sister, brother is a boy, sister is that, and she goes, a sister. And I'm thinking, she's right. It is a sister, but that's wrong. So then, we go on to another question with another little girl, and I ask her, what are the 4 seasons of the year? She says, spring, winter, summer, fall, and Thanksgiving. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And so we went on, and it was another fill in the blank. A bird flies, a fish. And she looks at me and she goes, doesn't. And I'm like, she's right. And that's wrong. But what it did is it made me realize what is going on in the brain of these young people and how they're taking this information and how bright they are, and we really don't recognize that. And that was re-emphasized for me about 10 years later, now that I'm a teacher, and I'm talking with a parent, a mature student, who asked me, hey, Dr. G, can you give me some advice? My child's 4 years old, going into kindergarten in a year, I want to prepare them. And I said to her, well, how much TV is she watching? And she goes, about 4 or 5 hours a day. And by the way, which is less than kids are doing screen time now. And I said, how much are you reading? And she said, I don't read to her, which is unusual. Only 51% of kindergartners aren't read to. And I looked at her and I said, you need to switch that. And she looked at me and she said, really? I thought she doesn't need to know how to read until she gets to kindergarten. That's what school is for. It's for that purpose, to teach her how to read. And it hit me then how much we really need to support and educate parents on the importance of 0 to 5, that no, we should have been reading to her all along. So those were the kind of incidences. Yeah.
Thank you.